Hey everyone, Kevin here. I was asked a really random question the other day that made me pause and realize that I needed to make an entire video about it because I needed to flesh out my own thoughts on it first. The question, though, was, am I ashamed of my time as a teacher? Now, I didn't quite know how to respond to that question in the moment. I actually almost laughed. But then I realized after thinking about it where that question was really coming from. People think that, for one, being a teacher is a fallback career these days, and then they compounded that a second time with noticing how I've been such a vocal advocate here in our podcast and in the transitioning teacher community at large for those trying to leave the profession, that they thought I regretted my time in education. But that couldn't be farther from the truth and really oversimplifies the situation. On the one hand, I sometimes did get admiration from people when I said I was a teacher because I was a saint for having the patience to put up with so many kids every day. Sometimes it felt like that, sure. But on the other hand, I got far more often than that the disdain and strange looks when I said I was a teacher, especially while at larger gatherings of those who kind of snubbed their nose at education. I always remember hearing the stories of the lawyers and business people who heard that you were a teacher at some party and asked what your real goal in life was. And we all just loved to bite our lip at that, huh? Oh, and you know the old pejorative expression that inevitably followed that too, right? Those who can do and those who can't teach. We just loved that one too as well, huh? All this does, though, is reinforce the notion that teachers are professional babysitters now rather than the genuinely educated professionals that they are. Teaching isn't a fallback career, and we didn't go into it because we thought we lacked other options. We went in because we had a calling, and due to the fact that teachers make it possible for literally every other profession to exist. So, am I somehow ashamed of the fact that I was a teacher? Hell no. I'm proud of what I was able to accomplish and the lives I impacted in my pursuit of educating our youth. So many people are out there right now being amazing people and world citizens because of what I did for them in the classroom. And there are those out there who didn't commit suicide because of how much I cared and was there for them through the toughest times of their life. Why would I be ashamed of that? I don't regret anything about what I did, and no one could take that away from me, no matter how bad my mental health got. That is why I'm still so deeply involved with helping teachers make peace with the fact that even though what they did was amazing and vital to so many kids out there, they ultimately now need to refocus on themselves and change careers for their lasting health. It is also why I make videos, podcast episodes, and have coffee chats virtually every week where I do just that and consistently take precious time out of my busy week to educate people about education. I am so deeply honored for the contributions I was able to make as a teacher. I would have kept doing it if the profession could have met me halfway on so many quality of life things. I mean, recently, I said something on LinkedIn that really applies here. Teaching is an amazing career, but a terrible job. I think you would be hard pressed to find a nobler career out there that is both vital to our society, yet treated with the same level of contempt that teachers are. Don't let anyone try to make you feel bad for either having been a teacher or your decision to stop being one because we somehow get both. It's a rock and a hard place. We are seen as choosing a fallback career when we get into teaching and called failures by so many for leaving teaching. We can't win. Remember, you are not a failure for leaving teaching either. Teaching failed you. So, what is there for me to be ashamed of? I did not fail as a teacher and greatly succeeded, despite what clueless administrators put in my evaluations. When it comes down to it, my experiences as an educator made me who I am today and set me on the happy path I now find myself following. Hindsight may be 2020, and there are things I wish I'd done differently, but I wouldn't trade my time in education for anything because of the countless lives I made better while in the classroom. I have no shame here. And as always, I am here to help you to be proud of what you accomplished and come to terms with your exit as well. See you next time.